Welcome back, and we need to tone down this radiator. It's an old school type radiator, ideal for this room, gives out enough warmth. And this is my new tripod. While we've been around the antique centres, I got that for £10. It isn't an antique, but it's one that was for sale. This is our log burner. We are changing the flooring. We keep kicking our toes on this, so my original thoughts when I built all this was, let's have a nice hearth, let's bring the fire out, etc. It's best to do that sometimes and change later, but I've still got to change it. So these corners, will be moving that back so far, limit the amount of space we've got there. And this 5 kilowatt log burner gives us plenty of warmth. And Mrs. K chose this beam. I didn't like it because it was got quite a bit of woodworm in, but it got that lovely shape there, which once sat on the brickwork that I'd done, it was as if it was actually made for it. And the bread oven, we incorporated that into the wall as well, into that space. There we go, you can see that a bit better. Again, we were looking out for one, then suddenly we went to an antique centre and there it was. But that does make a nice feature within this room. So we just got to blend this radiator into it, and we're going to be using the Craig and Rose Artisan. Struggling with the light. The living room is very dark. This is the rust effect. You put 2 coats of this on, leave it 12 hours, it'll be 24 hours in my case, and then you add the rust effect activator. So that's something new for us, but then we'll get that rusty effect which may blend it in a little bit better in our living room. I told you I should move the cushion, but that's sorted. And we bought a footstool as well for the chair in the living room, but now this one is going here because we've got the material surplus from that. So Mrs. K is going to cover the top of the seat. We've already took some of the coverings off. There was 2 extra coverings on that. We've reduced it down to what may have been the original, and Mrs. K is going to paint the legs the same as the chair with the Rust-Oleum paint products. And something else Mrs. K purchased. These items are very cheap, so it doesn't matter if we spend a little bit of money on bringing them back to life. So this has been painted with the Rust-Oleum chalky white, I think it is. We've got the original wicker lifting strap has been cut off at some time, so we've got these chrome knob, and this will end up being our laundry basket, and I believe this is a Lord Lumin basket as well, the same make as the chair. Again, the chair was £30 reduced. We got it reduced from 39 because this was under £20. We paid 15 for this, and I think the stool was 18. But if you look at the products when they're new, we're making a hell of a saving and making it our own, and it fits in nicely with the decor. Like I said, the light isn't very good, so this will be in 2 parts. One part will follow the second part. I don't edit myself, everything is raw footage, pause and record. And if you're interested in gardening or logging and storage, then why not consider subscribing. I'll get all tidied up, get this radiator pulled out. The radiator pipes aren't fastened to the wall, so we can actually tease it out so I can get to both sides. I'm struggling to get that cap off, so I don't want to pay a plumber to come and sort that out for me. I can turn it off this end, but I can't fathom out how that cap comes off without doing any damage to the Mrs. K's lovely copper fitting there. So when we do the carpet, we'll remove the radiator at that point. Well, after 10 years, I'd forgotten all about those cut-off valves in there. We did try and lift it, but it's a massive weight with the pipes connected. So what we've done, the main drain pipe, short piece of pipe, into some tubs, got the level of water right down, then undone those. We drained enough water out, we've tipped the radiator up and drained all the black gunk out the bottom. So now we'll be able to get it into the middle of the floor. We're not going to move it down to the shed, it's going to be far too heavy. So we've got it on the cardboard, and we've masked the inlet outlets up. We've done the bleed screw, and we've done the front part of the radiator that's facing the fire. Now I thought it may be a complete black liquid, or that would actually cover the copper that we put on previously, but it's like a clear-ish grey tinge to it, and it's very similar to how we brush the suede paint on. It isn't just up and down, you have to do it in different directions to get the effect. I've never done this before, so this is something new, and I hope it helps others out to see what we actually get afterwards. So I'm going to finish this side of the radiator. This will be the first coat. I'll put the second coat on before we go to bed while it's still reasonably light, and then the next video will be putting the activator on, and hopefully then we will see what actually happens to the radiator and what's on it already. Mrs. K has been off out again, and she's bought the one that matched this one. I've got to strip that down. So basically before, this one had got the same covering on, similar sort of legs, and we think it's the similar sort of material. Well, perhaps not quite, but this one will be painted slightly differently, because this one's going to have dark legs to match the furniture in the living room. Let's go and see what she's up to in the shed. So, done the legs to match the chair. We keep changing our minds. Well, Mrs. K does anyway. But it's coming along nicely. She's just doing another chair that's going to be for the dressing room. Another bargain. So this chair, she wanted a chair for in the dressing room. It's just come as a typical wicker look, and doing it again, the grey colour, and she's just been on about leaving some of the grey bits in the background there. Can't get it, the yellow bit showing through, so it matches the wallpaper in the dressing room. So it's changing something that nobody wanted. That was £15, so we can make good of that. So that looks that will look really nice. So just to recap, that was a previous video. There's the material. We bought the small stool, which was going to be in for the fire room, the living room. but then she said, oh, I'm going back, and she's going to fetch the same one, and this one will have dark legs to match the other furniture, and we'll reuse the material that she bought. Now don't forget, always look out for curtains that may be cheaper than buying the material by the metre. We have done it on another piece of furniture where we've used curtains, and it's been half the price. So this was an actual set of curtains, a lot cheaper than actually buying the material by the metre. And that larger footstool, the wife will just tone it down and get it nice and dark to match the legs in here. And eventually, like we've said, the carpet, the wooden flooring's coming up, and we're going for a carpet in the future. Bit more of a close-up on the left there. You've got that shiny bit, what we've already done. I'm going to work my way around, and we'll end the video here, and I'll bring you back with the old school type radiator renovation. See what we get out of it. At the moment, we're not quite sure. If you've enjoyed this video, then why not consider subscribing? You get to see how we do things in our garden. I do logging and storage, that's in my playlist, and I also do allotment, vegetable and fruit gardening, growing, shall we say. Take care, my friends, till next time. Ta-ra for now.